Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode 49 in the book of Revelation. Today's title is Follow the Lamb. Read with me from chapter 14. This is when we're going to get this proleptic prophecy, something that happens in the future. When we left our story yesterday, we had a dragon, Satan, warring against the church and followers of Jesus. We had beasts coming and being worshipped inappropriately, and things are really, really bad on the earth. Well, then here, something changes, and we either get a change of location into heaven, or probably, my reading of it is, we get a change of time where we jump ahead in time, proleptic, we jump ahead in time, and we see how things are all going to turn out. So we interrupt this program to bring you an important message, which is, He wins. Listen in, chapter 14. Then I looked, and behold, on Mount Zion stood the Lamb, and with him 144,000, who had his name and his Father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven like a roar of many waters, and like the sound of thunder. The voice I heard was like the sound of harpists playing on their harps. And they were singing a new song, so beautiful, before the throne and before the four living creatures and before the elders. No one could learn the song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. It is these who have not defiled themselves with women, for they are virgins. It is these who follow the Lamb wherever he goes. That's the title for today, Follow the Lamb wherever he goes. These have been redeemed from mankind as first fruits for God and the Lamb, and in their mouth no lie was found, for they are blameless. So yesterday was this tada of Jesus and the Lamb, and today we're going to fast forward into either heaven or when heaven has come down to earth. So maybe we're not looking at it as where so much as when. So it's when Mount Zion has come to earth, when the Lamb stands in glory on God's holy hill. So we're going to find out today is what becomes of those who refused to receive the mark of the beast. That was back in chapter 7. Apparently they're killed. Well, there's the bad news. The good news is they're doing just fine. It's the ultimate triumph of the forces of good. So when is this? At a time yet future, after the Great Tribulation, after he wins. We find these people there have been sealed with the name. That happened in chapter 7. They've been previously sealed. Remember, that was all the God sealed with his resume, all his action, all his character, all his history, and all his love. Remember, we talked about that, like Woody having Andy's name on his boot in Toy Story. It's those who are saying, I'm with him, I'm with the Father, I'm with him, the Son, and I'm with the other people who are his. I choose to be with those who choose to be with him. So here are probably Jews, the 144,000, the Lord saying these, and they are individually saying, hey, these other people, these are my people. These are the people I belong to, and I'm going to belong to them as well as belong to the Lord, with apologies to Martin Lloyd-Jones there. So we find that the people are persecuted, but ultimately they're unsnatchable. They've been pursued to death, but they were seen through death to conquering. So apparently their sealing protects them from God's wrath, which is great, but not the wrath of the dragon and the beast. In a sense, they're blessed to die in him, because that's a great goal, is to make it to the end, be faithful, like the heroes of faith of Hebrews chapter 11. And what do we find them doing? Well, we find them singing a new song, which is so beautiful, maybe even singing with Jesus. It doesn't say that, I'm wondering. We find them before the throne, singing before the creatures, the four creatures who are especially worship creatures. They're before the elders, and they're singing a new song with this kind of new sound of a voice of many waters and loud thunderous sounds that comes from heaven. There's a lot to sing about. So it's them also saying, hey, we interrupt this program to bring you an important message, and we're going to sing about it. So the new song is celebrating God's triumph over sin, God's triumph over death. It's basically saying he wins. So let's see, what are they doing in heaven? Well, they're worshiping, or heaven has come down, which is probably more accurate. They've probably been killed. Most of them are Jewish believers, and were believers for a short period of time, but they were faithful to death, and they were found in Him at the time of their death. So let's make some practical applications here. Later on, we're going to find out in chapter 14, the chapter we're in, but just a few verses down the road, we're going to hear, I heard a voice from heaven. This is John saying, write this, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on. So I think these 144,000 suffered death and were martyrs, but now they're found in heaven, or in before the throne. Maybe the throne has come down by this time. So in the meantime, what should we be doing? I think we should be doing the same thing as they're doing, which is follow the Lamb. So it's us. I think we can say, hey, Jesus, I'm with you. I'm going to follow you. Where? Well, wherever He goes is their answer. So if you ask today, what should I do? Perhaps this could be a good answer, or a good filter. Follow the Lamb. Am I following the Lamb? Or where should I go? Follow the Lamb. Maybe who should I be with? Who are my people? Well, follow the Lamb. And who should I sing with of these people? Or who should I serve with? Answer, follow the Lamb. And maybe you have the ultimate thing that you're facing today, which is, well, what if I have to transition from this kingdom to that kingdom? What if I have to die? Or what if I'm facing some fatal illness? What if I have to go from earth to heaven? Well, I think like the 144,000 here, follow the Lamb. Be with them today. Follow the Lamb. Thanks for listening.